with that aggressive message that this meeting is being recorded. Okay, so welcome to the College Success Program. Today will be fun and informative. We're hoping that you are excited about life after high school. It seems that you are, so that's great. So today you'll learn what to expect about being in the College Success Program, and you're going to hear about what is next. And we can go on to the agenda. Today, we're going to do some quick introductions, talk about what you can expect in College Success, so an overview of the program. I think you've all heard us talk about College Success, but maybe this is going to be one of those times where you'll get more details about it. We'll talk about some important updates. There will be a Calendly tutorial, and there'll be time for you to ask us questions in the Q&A. But before we move on, I'm going to quickly introduce myself. I see a lot of familiar names, not necessarily faces, but that's okay. My name is Rose Francois. I'm the Senior Director of Program at Enroute. I get to work with our fantastic team, and I am working as the interim in the meantime. While we are getting a new College Success Director, I am here to be in that place to help support College Success students as well. And I am joined by our fantastic NPF, Roxy, who can introduce herself.
Hi, some of y'all know me, Roxy. I'm a AmeriCorps Fellow, but I will be supporting Rose with the senior transition to college this summer. It's my last summer within Roots, so I hope to make it really good with y'all.
I like the y'all.
Leave the y'all alone.
And Mariam, if you want to do quick introductions as our fantastic tech support.
Yeah, my name is Miriam. I'm a program associate and I work with Rose and Vanya, and I'm currently at Boston University. I'm very excited to help today.
Fantastic. Someone who is in college and knows all of the ins and outs. So that is great. So that's just a quick, bit of information about us. So let's get it for you to introduce yourself. And we can go to, for our anime fans or just food fans in general, look at this beautiful spread. But for those of us who are huge fans of food, and food is such a big part of many of our cultures, what is a food that makes you smile? Please use the chat or feel free to unmute yourself. What is a food that makes you smile? And while you're thinking of your favorite food, I'll use this time to ask Roxy. Roxy, what's a food that makes you smile?
I was not prepared to answer this question, though I helped put the pictures in.
Life comes at you fast.
I really like ramen. It's so good, which is why I put these pictures up. So ramen really brings joy to my face.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Miriam, can you,
Yeah, I'd say recently, food that made me smile is smoothies, definitely, just because they're really refreshing to have in this heat. Probably that. How about you, Rose?
So I usually always say pizza, but when I think about like what's the one food where I like literally it's anything my mom cooks, but it's there's a specific Haitian dish that's like fried plantains with fried pork, and it is delicious. So that's it. Yeah, banan peze grillo is what it's called, and it always makes me smile.
Someone put, I think it was Elsie put poo sauce. I love poo sauce. They are so good.
They're so good. Pizza, lasagna. We've got some lasagna fans, fried chicken, making ramen. Nobody put ice cream?
No.
Okay. All right, that's a food that makes me smile. Well, thank you for giving that bit of info. We can talk about some important information that's coming up. We've got Tanya putting in the Haitian fritai. Yes, yes. Yes. And feel free to keep adding in your favorite foods. You can never have just one, so we support that. So we've got some very important reminders, and if you don't have a notebook with you, feel free to use your phone to take photos of some of the slides that we're presenting. Important reminders, one of the biggest ones, and this is something we would love for you to share with your friends as well, it's a reminder that the College Success Program is not just for students going to college. So even if you're not going to college, you can join the College Success Program. This program is for anyone who is going to college, for someone who's going straight into work and taking a break from college, or just saying, you know, actually, I want to enter the workforce, or for people who are maybe not sure and they need someone to talk to come up with a plan. So that's what we're here for. So at no point should you feel like this is only for college success. You can't be in the program, especially if you change your mind or you're kind of trying to think of other opportunities. Not at all. So that's an important thing. Everyone got that? Thumbs up if you got that. College success is for anyone. All right. Thanks for the virtual thumbs up. All right. Perfect. So let's talk about the College Success Program in general. So the College Success Program is here to help you adjust to your post-secondary life. And if you'll hear us talk about post-secondary a lot. That basically just means a different level of education. So basically, anytime you are out of secondary school, you're in your post-secondary life. So like I said, whether that's going to school or whether that's work. So we are here to support you in your post-secondary life. This program is very different from our high school program. I mean, you're all done with high school. Goodbye. That's in the past. So just know that this program is different. And you'll schedule many of your own meetings with your mentor and your remote coach, and there'll be bi-monthly mentoring nights. The biggest difference really is going to be the flexibility. So just know that it is not the same program. You will be doing different things because you are now in a different phase of en route. You are now college students, or you are in the workforce. You are kind of, experiencing your post-secondary life. So what can you expect specifically from being in the program? Well, you can expect two summer virtual gatherings. This is one of them. And these are to prepare you for transitioning life after high school. This is to prepare you to understand what the College Success Program is. We want to make sure students know exactly what it is they are taking a part of. So you can expect two of these. One of these you're attending now, so that's great. You can also expect meetings with your en route coach starting in July. And we are lucky enough in July to have the wonderful Roxy, who is going to be in that role, reaching out to you, helping you get prepared to think about school, get your documents in order, just make sure you have a few things on our checklist that we'll go through. You'll have that support with you. When you are starting in the program in the fall, you are going to have 2 mentoring meetings per month. So once you start, you can have those meetings. So remember how in the high school program, those were weekly. This is now going to be, there's going to be just 2, and these are hybrid, meaning most of them will be online, but occasionally, and with advance notice, some of them will be in person. So because students are very busy, you'll notice when you're in college, you're working, when we do have the in-person meetings, we will give you lots of notice, and they'll be super fun, but it's a great way for you and your mentor and us to get together. Some of these are celebrations, and some of these are workshops. So just know that those are going to be some of the in-person activities that we do. You will also have weekly check-ins with your mentor in the fall and throughout the year. So these are going to be text messages, phone calls, Zoom calls. That is something that your mentor is going to make sure that they're on top of, and you as well. So the two of you are going to work together to make sure you're checking in. You can also expect newsletters, text messages, reminders, and opportunities. You're now going to be getting messages about job opportunities, internship opportunities. There's newsletters that will have detailed information sending to you, what are things that are available for college students like you or individuals who are in the workforce like you. And a super important resource is going to be the Facebook group. So you can join our Facebook group. And thank you so much. The Facebook group is in the chat. You can request to join. We will give you access. But this is a great way to be a part of the College Success community and to see many updates that are going on. Sometimes there are Facebook Live events that way we are influencers. That's the word, right? That's the right word.
Yeah.
Hip with the youth. So, there'll be some live events there. So pay attention, but we'll send updates there as well. But it's a quick way to check in as a community. So join the Facebook group. And we'll just keep you updated on some fun and informative events. So there'll be some dinners now that we can have in-person gatherings again that we're hoping to have in the winter. Some of them are celebratory, but as always, our goal is to support you in terms of college success. Okay.
Thank you so much, Rose. Now you heard what you can expect from the program, and now we're going to share what we can expect from you as students in the College Success Program. We do want you to complete at least 2 30-minute check-ins per semester with an en route coach. So this is just to get to know that you're on track, that you're happy at your college, or that if there's some things that come up that we can make sure to tackle that before it becomes a bigger issue. You will, oh, can you see the screen? Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, my screen blanked. Anyways, we also want to make sure that in college that you will have to show more initiatives. So like we want to make sure that we're using these 30-minute check-ins to really get ahead of your college planning or deal with any issues before they become, again, bigger issues. You also have to complete a mentor-mentee contract. Just kind of make sure that you have communications with your mentor and that you know when to respond, text, email. You have done this before in the high school program, so that's something we're still going to continue. And completing calls and meetings with your mentors. You still have to meet with your mentor, kind of thing. And as Rose said, the 1 to 2 college success events per semester, they can be hybrid, meaning they will be virtual, or with enough notification, it'll be in person. And we hope to do more in-person events as the fall and spring roll around. So keep your eyes out on your emails for that. And speaking of that, you want to make sure to be checking your emails and responding to them within 24 hours. I know it's a lot to ask for, but we really want to get you in the habit of checking your emails once or twice a day at the minimum and responding to them as you need to, even if it's just a quick, hey, I saw your email. I will get back to this when I have more time. Super quick. And that's something that you will have to keep doing for the rest of your life, kind of. But yes, we want to get you in that habit and starting now so you can be successful in getting those internship opportunities that Rose said that we will be sending out more of as part of college success. And another thing is that some of you are really good with managing your time. You have a lot of things that you juggled in high school, and you're going to need to build those skills of time management also in college, because you are going to be in charge of your own schedule. So you really want to make sure that you are creating a system that works for you, to make sure that you get to class on time, that you have time to hang out with friends, that you make time to go out and eat your lunch and dinner, don't forget. And to also sleep and study and all these things that you will have to juggle as college students, or as someone who will be entering the workforce, or a college student who is working part-time. So you really want to make sure that you have the systems to manage your time really well. And some of you, again, also practice self-advocacy, means that you just know what you need to be successful, whether that's hey, can we meet at an earlier time with your mentor, or reaching out to en route and saying I need a tutor for this class, because that is what you need. So knowing when to reach out for help is going to be really important once you enter either the workforce or once you start school in college or university. These are skills that will help you be successful in looking to move up in the workforce, or to just be a really awesome student. And then, of course, just letting en route know that if it's not working out with your mentor, which does happen, just let us know. We can help you. We can help connect you to a mentor that's going to better support you, or is going to support you in a different way that meets your needs, which is part of self-advocacy. Yeah, and then Rose is going to talk about the wonderful, wonderful FERPA.
Okay, well, thank you so much. As you enter college, this is specific to college, and we'll highlight the things that are specific to that. You will hear the term FERPA, or at least you should hear the term FERPA. And this is something that a lot of students kind of don't really think about until they encounter it in like a specific program or it comes up. But the most important thing to know is in college, you're going to be able to protect your privacy a bit more, meaning you are considered in certain ways an adult. And so your academic information is going to be protected and is yours. And it's very important to understand what it essentially means is Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, meaning if your parents, and this is typically the most important part, if your parents want to ask your teacher or advisor for your exact grades or how you're doing, they will not be able to get that information. You have to give them permission. So once you're in college, if someone wants to have your grades, if they want to know about certain cases that are going on, or even financial information, they cannot access that unless you give permission. So you are in power, you have the control when you're in college. This is kind of a big deal. But what's really important about that to note is we want to help you. So there is going to be a point where I'll be sending out a form that is going to ask you if I can have permission, and it's like a FERPA waiver. What that means is I want to help you if you have a question regarding financial aid. And so maybe I need to speak to your school, or whoever is in the college success director role needs to speak to your school. Or if you want help accessing and registering for classes, I would never look at that unless you say, actually, yes, Rose, help me register for this. And we just need a form where you say it is okay for me to have that access. This form also allows coaches. So for anyone who's going to Bunker Hill or UMass Boston or other coaching programs where we have affiliations with, and it's on the list that we'll send, they also we can all work together to ensure that we are supporting you. So just know that you can keep an eye out for a FERPA waiver. That means some of us will be able to have access to your information and we can share that information. Otherwise, your information academically is protected. So until we have the signed form, we wouldn't be able to have certain conversations, but keep an eye out for that email. FERPA. All right.
Sorry, I was finding the mute button. You know, after a year and a half of Zoom, I think I would be used to this by now. Okay, so now, y'all, it's summer. Most of you are excited to be done with school. You're excited about college, but we still have July and part of August to like get some things done. Some of you may have gotten some emails from your university saying they need a few more documents, like they need like your official high school transcript and stuff like that. So we want to make sure that y'all are doing the things that you need to successfully enroll and register and get to campus and be ready to hit the ground running when you start school. So part of that is En route created a summer checklist, which we will be sending out not now, but like in a few days or like next week, to make sure that you're staying on track of things that you need to keep up with. Part of that is going to be making sure the financial aid office has all the documents they need or requested. Most of you have already completed that, but just in case, you want to double check because you want to be sure that when the fall starts in like August or September, that money or like the grants and the loans or the scholarships are in your account, so you don't have to pay anything out of pocket that you weren't expecting to. So that's kind of how the summer checklist can help you prepare for that. But it's also like thinking about what classes you want to take and kind of what things you need to do to get prepared so that you're ready to go once school starts. And then it is a step-by-step instruction, so there's a lot of detail. If you need help navigating any of the summer checklists that we will be sending out so soon, let us know. We're happy to walk through that for you. And that's why I'm here this summer, is to like make sure that y'all are completing the summer checklist or things that you need to do to get to be ready in the fall. And that's going to be, you're going to be reviewing it with your en route coach, which is me, during our calls this summer. So you can schedule as many as you'd like to complete as many of the checklist items that you need support with. Yes. So that is the summer checklist. And like I said, it should be sent out shortly. Okay. And what can we expect from you? So Rose kind of touched on this a bit, but we want to make sure that you are keeping on top of your grades and reporting it to En route. That's part of that's going to be making sure that you sign the FERPA fee waiver, FERPA waiver. There we go, FERPA waiver, so that we're able to like help you and see your grades and help you like figure it out. Because college is a little bit different than high school, where you won't have like these report cards that come out every so often. Some teachers are better about inputting grades, some teachers are not, and you want to make sure that you are not failing a class where you should be doing well, or you're not surprised of like based on the grades on an exam you took. So that's going to be part of you talking to us and us working with you to make sure that you're doing well in your classes. And as it says, if you fall anywhere below a B, just make sure that you're reaching out to En route, and we can help connect you with either a tutor through our program or through the on-camp through your university, to make sure you have the best academic support you need. If you need more assistance in other areas, we can more than happy to connect you with whoever we know at the university or college that you are attending. And like it says, if you feel like you know you're going to need a tutor for any one class, please request it ahead of time, even if it's just to like help you keep on track. Tutor is very valuable to have in college. I know I used a tutor for like when I took chemistry, and it saved my butt so many times because it's not very good at chemistry, but I did well. So yeah, so we want to make sure that you are sharing any academic struggles you're facing, whether it's like too much reading, or like how do you manage tons and tons of reading, or like how do you manage doing your math homework, and should you go to office hours to talk to professors or teaching assistants. So that's all something that we can support you, but we can't do that if you don't tell us.
And one thing I wanted to add, Roxy, is if you're not in school, then another way we can support you is if you need a reference letter, is if you need someone to maybe help you with interview skills. So keep in mind, you don't have to be in school, kind of reiterating that fact, you don't have to be in school to be in the program and to use our services.
Okay. So what does it look like to be a mentee? So being the student who has a mentor in college success. There, like Rose said early on, there's way more flexibility. So you and your mentor will decide when is the best time to meet, how often you should be meeting within the guidelines that we set up. So that can be in person on a Monday night or Tuesdays in the morning, whatever works between you and your mentor. You want to make sure that you're both communicating, and there's a lot more flexibility. So we won't be having every Thursday at 6 p.m. you and your mentor have to be here. That's going to be between you and your mentor to decide when is the best time that works for you in your schedule. And it's also going to be more of a focus on career skills, and kind of like what Rose says, we want to make sure that all of our students who are in the College Success Program, whether they are going to university or in the workforce, that they are getting the skills they need to find the job that will help them be successful and feel fulfilled in their current state. And then we also want to make sure that you are thinking about your goals. Yes, you got to college, but what's after that? Like, where do you want to be in like 5 years, and like really helping you create those goals and step by step of how you're going to get there, whether it's like 3-step plan or a 10-step plan, however you choose to make that happen. We're going to be able to support you with your mentor and with other folks at the university level. Yeah. Any questions so far? Okay. Now, what is a mentor in college success? So you know that we are saying that we're coaches. So like I'm a coach for the summer, and your second coach is going to be your mentor. That's going to be your go-to person if you need any support with something, or you want someone to just, I don't know, vent about your classes or how hard it is, and like have someone to be there to like support you and listen to you and like maybe help you problem solve. That is what a coach is. And then offering like how to work together to make sure that you have a solution that works for you. And a mentor is also like your partner to make sure that you're that you're reaching your goals and that you actually follow through on the steps you set up for those goals. So coach is going to be a mentor and a mentor is going to be a coach. So those are going to kind of be very similar. Wow. Okay. Now, important documents. How many of you have filled out that form that we emailed, texted you a bunch of times, either this week or last week? And it should say like your name and what your goals are. I think I see something in the chat. Yes, thank you, Mariam. So please go ahead and fill this out when you have time. Did you already complete it? Then you do not need to complete it. And your student handbook is something that's going to come up prior to your first one-to-one with myself. And that's going to kind of just have a lot of the same information and a few more resources in there for you to use. Okay. Yes, as Rose says, if you haven't completed that form, please do so by the end of today. If not, we will be texting you and emailing you until you do. Please don't make us call you in like a random time and you're like busy. So just go ahead and fill it out when you have time by the end of today, and we will be sure to be very appreciated about that. Yes, like Rose says, it's very quick. Okay, if you are okay with me moving on, go ahead and put a thumbs up. Okay. As Miriam says, we have a Facebook group. It is very fun, and I think Rose is going to speak on it a little bit more because I have not used it.
Facebook, the future of social media, am I right? So Facebook is the platform that we use for college success in communicating. So as I said earlier, please request to join it. We will accept your friendship. That's me being like, that's what we do on Facebook, right? And really, it's a really good way to get information. I know sometimes maybe students don't check their emails, which we ask you to do. Please check your email. But you can also check social media. So if we have events coming up, you'll see some information there. Great. And it's once again in the chat. But sometimes there'll be updates that are going to be quick videos that are posted to the Facebook group. So please keep an eye out there. This recording is what is going to be posted to YouTube, but the link will also post to Facebook. So please check it out.
Yeah, Rose, sorry, someone just private messaged me and said that there's issue accessing the Facebook link we sent. So I don't know if you or Roxy have another link, but I also tried to open it just now and it says that the content isn't available right now.
Oh no. Have you tried the link that Roxy just sent?
Yeah, I tried that and I tried the link I sent and it's not working. And someone private messaged me and said it's not working for them too.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's not working either for me.
Yeah.
I see. I wonder why. It could be that we are
Might be because it's a private group.
still.
It's looking work. Yeah.
We will figure this out.
Okay, we will send, this is another reason to check your email. Please check your email. What you can expect is we'll send you the link to a link that definitely works to the Facebook group so that you can join us. And the other thing is we'll continue sending the handbook and a few other documents. But thank you for advocating for joining Facebook and letting us know that it didn't work. We appreciate that. I think that's kind of quickly just talking about college. That's one of the best things about kind of thinking about your life now is making sure that if something's not working, letting us know and knowing that you also have a voice and you also have a power. So if there's something you don't like, something you do like, please let us know. It's kind of like if you have a professor that maybe is doing something wrong or you don't know, let them know. So we appreciate that. That is only going to be helpful. So once we do get the Facebook group up and running, you can join and you can watch some updates there, but this was another pitch for Facebook. Speaking of technology, Calendly.
Okay, I know most students have used Calendly to set up one-to-ones with either Cassidy, Regina, or Isla, or myself. So you should be very familiar with this. But if at any point you have any questions, please let us know. You know, it's just kind of like how to set up like, hey, I need to talk to you, Roxy. When are you available? I will always have this link in my emails. And then if none of those times work, then we can set up something on the side on the date that's not available. But yeah, so you basically select a date that you want to go, you select the time that I'm available, and then you just put in your email, you confirm, put your name and email. If you're gonna invite like your college success mentor, then we can also do that, but you have to make sure to put their email. And if you have any questions or things that you want to share before the meeting, or you want me to have prepared, just go ahead and leave a little note in this little box right here. But if not, we can just have a quick 30-minute conversation of how you can complete the summer checklist, and in the future, in the fall, like any support that you need from en route. This is just more of how to do it. Mine's automatically creates a Zoom link, but if you feel more comfortable having a phone conversation, I'm more than happy to do that. Like it says here, you can please put the phone number that I could call you if you prefer to be called. If not, I will automatically do a Zoom link. And then, yeah, it's going to be saved on your calendar so you don't forget. I will also be sending reminders because I want you all to make good use of your time. So yeah, Calendly, and then you will get an email and it's going to have the information. Okay, and now we have a network of coaches. Any questions about Calendly before we move on? Y'all are pros. Y'all are so good at using Calendly this year.
And if anyone has to leave, I know some folks have to go to other places. If anyone has to leave, no worries. Thank you for joining us. This recording will be posted on Facebook and YouTube, but we'll send the recording link out. So I see some folks had to step out for work. So thank you for the heads up. So network of coaches. For students who, and this is very specific to students who went to Cambridge Rindge and Latin, if you haven't already done so, and I actually know that you have, student, because the coaches have informed me, most of them, if you're attending UMass Boston and you went to Cambridge Rindge and Latin, Asia is the success coach that is helping. So that is someone that you will have who's in addition to us and your mentor, who can help you while you are at UMass Boston. If you have not been in touch with Asia, please message me directly. Send me an email or send me a direct message so that I can make sure you get in touch with her. She will be very helpful for you. For anyone who is in workforce, that is another program. Definitely let us know you want to work with who's Rudy. You want to work with Rudy, who's fantastic and really has been helpful for our students. So if you have not been in touch with Rudy, let us know. Also, if you're a CRLS alum who is going to Bunker Hill Community College, Beth is phenomenal. Beth has already messaged me to say she's been in touch with our students who are going to Bunker Hill. And so she and I work in cohesion together to make sure that we are supporting students. For those of you who went to Somerville, I understand the individual you want to speak with is Gabriella. And so Gabriella, and I think that is the next slide. And making sure if you haven't already taken a photo, please make sure you take a photo of the slides. But Gabriella is a college advisor. She's at Boston College, but she's in the college course. So if you were a Somerville graduate, she can assist you. But then we do want to connect to, let me make sure we have everything. Yep, great. So let's talk about some next steps. That mute button.
Sorry, I'm losing my mic behind the screens. Okay, so as we mentioned before, you want to keep checking your email regularly. Get in the habit of checking it once or twice a day. Pick a one time a day that you want to check it, but check it consistently, at least every day, Monday through Friday. As you enter college, you're going to get a lot of scholarship stuff sent to your school's email. So please check that. I have done the mistake of not checking it, and I've missed out on great opportunities that I would have loved to do, but I didn't check my email in time. You want to make sure that you're checking the College Success Facebook, which we get a good link that works and you're able to see stuff chat sent via email. So check your email for that Facebook link group, and then begin working on the summer checklist, which we will send out. And if you need any support, just schedule. You will need to be scheduling a one-to-one with myself, so we can just get started on the summer checklist and kind of really prepare you for that fall. Try to answer as many questions as you have and connect you with either Asia, Rudy, Beth, or Gabriela to make sure that you are ready to go in the fall. And for those who are entering the workforce, making sure that if you need resume support, that's what we can use the 30-minute check-ins for. If you need like interview support, we also have there. So like, it's really, again, College Success is not just for students going to college, it's for all students after they have graduated from en route high school programs. But yeah, so those are your next steps. Get in the habit of checking email. I will continue to reiterate that every day, every time I see you, because it's really important. And y'all remember senior year, you have to check your emails very frequently. So keep that up. Do we have any questions about setting up a one-to-one? I will be putting that link in the chat in a little bit. Okay. Oh, I think someone entered the.
I got it. I just admitted them. I think it was just like a connectivity issue.
Okay. Cool. And then, now that we have next workshop coming up on July 14th at 5:30 p.m. So it is going to be on a Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Put in your calendars now, take a picture of it, put in your calendars later, set alarms for it. It's going to be a transitioning to college workshop, but if you are in the workforce, you're more than happy to attend. We will have a few things that like are more geared towards like alternative programs, but it will mostly be about like transitioning into like how to set those time management skills and stuff like that. But yeah, those are our final announcements. We have one other college success workshop for transitioning to college, July 14th, Wednesday at 5:30. Cool. And I think I will be putting my Calendly link in the chat. And if we have any other questions, please let us know.
This is a great time. If you have a question, please put it in the chat or feel free to unmute yourself and let us know.
Yeah, we know it was a lot of information, but happy. Oh yes, students, if you have been using your school email before, please send us your personal email or the email that you would like us to contact you. That would make it easier for you to check your email and for us to send you stuff. I know you lose access to your school email, so like CPSD will no longer work once you graduate. So thank you, Nobel, for sending me that reminder.
Yes. And this is a part of the application as well. We do ask you in the application for your personal email address as we can't use the other ones. Okay, well, we'll be here, but feel free to head out if you don't have any questions. Thank you for joining us and congratulations. Welcome to College Success.
Ooh.
Whoop, whoop. Our pleasure.
Thanks for
Bye,
coming,
everyone.
everyone. Bye, Eden.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Nobel.
Bye.